Okay, so I've set up two pillars, one corresponding to Bina and the other to Hokmah. So we've got negative on the left, and on the right we have positive. And we're going to begin to group or classify words as either yin or yang. So on the left we've got evening, and to the right we have day. To the left we've got sleep, and to the right we have wake. To the left we've got dark, and to the right we've got light. To the left we've got black, to the right we have white. To the left we've got moon, and on the right we've got the sun. On the left we've got the color purple, and this particular slide kind of skipped things. To the right we've got yellow, and these are flashing colors. I've chosen opposite colors here. To the left we've got green, to the right we have red. Often in Wicca we'll use green for the goddess, red for the god. On the left we've got blue, on the right we have orange. On the left we've got black, and on the right we've got gray. And this also corresponds to mathematics. The less than sign is on the left, the greater than or more than sign is on the right. On the left is invisible. We don't see when it's dark, and on the right we have visible. You can see by the light of the sun. So on the left you see less. On the right you see more. On the left we've got the unconscious, and on the right we've got conscious, or more appropriately we might want to say off to the left we have the unconscious, and on to the right we have got the conscious. Off on the left we've got horizontal, on the right we've got vertical. On the left we've got stop. On the right we've got go. On the left is tail. On the right is head. Off to the left is follow, which contains the word low. You'll notice that there are words embedded in words. And on the right is lead. Off to the left is low, as I mentioned. And on the right is high. Off to the left, we get down. On the right, up. Off to the left, we've got back. And on the right, we've got front. So left is, of course, left. And to the right is right. Off to the left, we've got delete. And on the right, we've got write. As in to write something on a piece of paper. Off to the left is banish. On the right, we have invoke. I've got a diagonal line slanting to the left on the left, and a diagonal line slanting to the right on the right. And we can view that as two sides of an object. Generally speaking, anything on the left will correspond to yin, anything on the right will correspond to yang. We've got Eve off to the left, and I've chosen to put David, or Dave, corresponding to day, so evening and day. Off to the left is nothing, on the right is something. Off to the left is 0, and on the right is 1, so we have binary. Off to the left is a circle. On the right is a line. Off to the left, we have the ductus, the female organ, and on the right, the phallus. Off to the left, we've got passive, and you'll notice I broke this word down so that as is part of passive. On to the right, we've got active. And of course, as, passive, correspond to behind, which I put on the left, and reverse, and behind corresponds to moon someone, the moon goddess. On the right, we've got forward. Off to the left, we've got rewind. To the left, we've got slow, which also corresponds to low. The word slow has the word low embedded into it, and I separated that by a period. Broken down the word. On to the right, we've got fast. Off to the left, we've got heavy. On the right, we've got light. And that corresponds to light as in not heavy, but also light as in sunlight. Off to the left, we've got set, like sunset. And on the right, we've got rise. Off to the left, we've got eve, even, level. Both those words, even and eve, have the word eve embedded in them. To the right, we have erect. Now, to the left, we've got false, fall, lay, lie, lady, which shows a correspondence between all of those words. On to the right, we've got spring, spring up, true, stand. I've also put dam, damned, dame, damsel on the left. We can also add words such as lass, which contains ass, lasso, which corresponds to 0. So there are a lot of relationships that we can see here. To the left, we've got water. To the right, we've got fire. To the left, we've got earth. To the right, we've got air. To the left, we've got mother. To the right, we've got father. To the left, we've got daughter. On the right, we've got son. And that corresponds to both S-O-N and S-U-N. Off to the left, we've got queen. And on the right, we've got king. These correspond to the tarot cards and ideas tied to the Kabbalah. Off to the left, princess. On the right, prince. To the left, we've got autumn, and left corresponds to someone has left. There's no one there. And leaves fall in the autumn. This is used in songs like Ramble On by Zeppelin. On the right, we've got spring. Off to the left, winter. On the right, summer. Off for the eve or evening, to the left. On the right is dawn. Off to the left, sunset. On the right, sunrise. Once again, evening to the left. Noon on the right. Off to the left. And on to the right. Miss or missing, when there's no one left, someone is missing, and that corresponds to miss. And a miss is a female, so once again that's on the left. To the right we've got rite, R-I-T-E, as in ritual, which is a way of bringing ideas into conscious awareness. Consciousness does correspond to the right or to the light. I've also put freeze, frozen, like freeze, you are under a rest. Freeze is also water. We've got also hit onto the right, sky on the right, land off to the left, midnight, to the left, morning on the right. No is on the left, and you shake your head left to right, creating a circle when you say no. When you say yes, it's a vertical motion, up and down. So no corresponds to a horizontal or circular motion, and yes corresponds to a vertical, up and down. We've got rest, off to the left, and action on the right, or being active. The goddess, off to the left, while the god is on the right. Once again, yin, off to the left, god or yang on the right. So now I've also put the goddess Nuit off to the left, and the god Hadit on the right. Space, it's on the left, corresponding to the goddess Nuit. The point, the star, the point of view, corresponds to consciousness, and I place that on the right. The principle of expansion is off to the left, and contraction on the right. Supine, in other words, laying on one's back horizontally, which corresponds to the horizon or the negative sign, is off to the left. Upright, notice the two words, up and right, right up front, which is true or positive, is on the right. Silence, off to the left. Speech on the right. I've also added words like nay, which is no, navy, which corresponds to blue, sea, a feminine principle, secret, which is hidden, corresponding to the unconscious mind, off to the left. Receptive on the left, and the cup, which is receptive. On the right, we've got the wand, which corresponds to the phallus, the male principle. The pentacle is on the left. Dagger on the right. Yin off to the left. Yang on the right. I was repeating some of these. It would be a good idea to create a graph with the relationship between these words. I'll do that later. Lack, which also is embedded in the word black, is on or off to the left, and excess on the right. Okay, now I'm beginning to circle various words so that we create a more specific category. Like moon, I've circled as blue, corresponding to water. I've also circled the word water off to the left. On the right, we've got air circled yellow and the sun circled yellow. To the left, I've got earth circled black, and to the right, onto the right, fire circled red. Queen off to the left is circled blue, corresponding to water. King on the right is circled red, corresponding to fire. Princess off to the left is circled black, corresponding to earth. And prince is circled yellow, corresponding to air. The cup, of course, holding water is circled blue. That corresponds to the element of water. And on the right, we've got the wand corresponding to fire, circled using the color red. Off to the left, pentacle is circled black, and the dagger on the right is circled using the color yellow, corresponding to air. Now, the water cup is either behind you in the circle or in back of you. It also can be down. And we have things like Slow Down Blues, Joe Satriani, and there are many other usages of this. That's just one example. Once again, down, I've also circled using the color blue, and fall. So that also corresponds, that direction, the western quarter, corresponds to autumn. And I've circled that using blue, and we can see that winter has been circled black. On the right, spring has been circled yellow, corresponding to air, and summer has been circled using the color red. Sunset blue, and sunrise yellow. And we can see that in books like the Dragonlance series. The titles are consistent with the 4 quarters and the seasons. I've circled purple as purple. Yellow is yellow. Off to the left, green is circled using the color green. Red on the right is circled as red. And yellow, red, and orange are the colors of the sun, of course. Blue is circled as blue, and black is black, and gray will be circled as gray, and of course that covers all 10 Sephiroth.